Welcome back. The murder of Grace Bloodlines. Grace was our chief exorcist, and Henry was convicted for her murder. What do you think? Was she murdered? The truth may still be in shadow, Judge. And I think it's important that we talk about how One Last Kiss died. Everybody's like, who? Who are you talking about? The ghost of Grace Bloodlines. She's on the island. A ghost of a murder victim 10 years ago is on the island? Is that so hard to believe? Can you prove you are who you say you are? She then recites her blood, and that's like, yeah. One Last Kiss asked me to find her resting spot. I unlocked her blood vial, and she confirmed the code independently. It's so nice to see everyone again. What do you have to do with the murder last night? Nothing.
Do you understand, investigator?
One Last Kiss asked me to investigate her murder. She believes there is more to it than the official version of events. She's just a victim, though. She didn't actually kill anybody. Lady Love dies. Drive us along the highway of truth. Who killed Grace Bloodlines? So we have a couple of possibilities here, and it's interesting to think about the divergence that we might get. We could blame Akiko 14, because Akiko 14 could have, almost certainly did, forge all of the evidence of the murder. But Akiko 14 didn't actually do the murder. That was Carmelina. We know because her rings left imprints. We could also try and blame Henry, of course, but there doesn't seem to be much reason for that. I guess we could try and blame it all on, like, Lydia. Well, let's blame it on the guilty party.
Is this a fact?
I believe Carmelina was the architect of her murder.
Show me your truth.
When Henry was arrested, Grace was meeting with Carmelina. Carmelina requested to accompany Grace to the exorcism. Why would Carmelina want to go? Because she had someone to kill. Yeah.
We have achieved perfection.
Show me your truth.
While Grace and Carmelina were en route to Henry, Carmelina sent a message to Akiko and instructed her to leave Henry and Grace alone together. So my only real issue with these pieces here is that they don't build to a central truth about today's crime. All of these things that happened 10 years ago happened when Witness to the End and Carmelina worked together, when they were married. And it would have been really nice if it turned out that there was a conspiracy from 10 years ago that had turned sour because of this. It would give us a wedge to drive between the two people who had created their own independent conspiracies. It would have been nice if that could have arisen, but instead we just get all of these things we already know.
We have achieved perfection.
Investigator.
It is my firm opinion that this was done by a ring worn on the wedding ring finger. Bruising can contain very detailed
Believe what you
information.
want.
That's not nice.
Do your job. I don't.
Yuri gave Henry demonology books. Henry was being set up to end the island and possibly be scapegoated for the murder of the council.
Sure.
A dead exorcist means that the demon in Henry would be still around and useful when it came to pin the blame on somebody else. So, basically, in order to have a scapegoat, they killed off their last exorcist. Yeah.
This is nonsense.
Show me your truth. The court finds Carmelina guilty.
Sorry, Carmelina.
How dare I am the lead. It is cowardly to insinuate, investigator.
This is my courtroom. I am justice incarnate. You do not have the authority to end the trials. You have been found guilty and will receive your punishment, which we already know is death. Oh. Jeez, it's like catching someone on tax evasion, you know? Catching a mobster on tax evasion. Yeah, you killed one lady 10 years ago. Even though you killed like 50 people last night. Who killed the Holy Seal marshals? Oh, okay, so this is the first seal. We already know what's going on here. Nobody went through the first seal. Everybody went around the first seal. The dead guards here are not dead guards. They were not killed by anybody involved with the crime. they're just a total red herring.
Crime cannot hide.
The first seal was not a very airtight seal. Now, obviously, the situation here is a little bit complicated because there are two conspiracies here. And we could talk about how Lydia Daybreak went through the second holy seal, blah, 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 blah. But that has nothing to do with the first seal. And neither Lydia nor Yuri went through the first seal. They both bypassed it. The only people who ever went through the first seal were Akiko. I guess we could blame Henry, but that would be kind of pointless. There's nothing terribly important in this chain of events for us. There's basic stuff.
Show me your truth.
We already know they're not the marshals involved. They're just two random criminals. Off screen, I picked up the last piece of evidence for that, which was a pile of poop. So,
I have a bad feeling about this. I don't like this. Crime is I have a bad...
I see.
Crime is repulsive. Crime cannot hide.
just sipping
Paradise
some
feels wrong.
liquids.
Is this a fact or a truth?
So basically, Akiko was sleeping with one of the guards that she pretended was dead. And obviously, she wouldn't go and kill her own lover. She might if she was, you know, a different kind of person. But at the moment, she's not.
The fact is this a fact? Paradise feels crime is repulsive.
We're just kind of unraveling this little last detail of the red herring case at this point. You can go ahead and actually play through the game if you want to read this stuff. I don't consider this, you know, we've already proven that the red herring was not involved in the crime, and nobody involved in the crime even went through this place. Like, this place is completely unrelated to the crime. We're unfolding a crime for a woman that's already been sentenced to death.
Show
So
me your truth.
Crime is repulsive.
we'll just kind of push through it.
Show me your truth.
Is this a
I'll kill you.
I was ordered to kill my troops. I would never do that. Bonds born on the battlefield cannot be broken.
How dare you?
That's a lie.
What?
She's lying. She didn't say you ordered her to do it. I switched the guards out for prisoners and killed the fakes. Why didn't you admit to us when you told us about the rest of the shit you did? Are you stupid? Before all of this, I was a soldier. I will be a soldier until I die, which is, coming up pretty soon. Soldiers always see their mission through. I was not going to have my name further tarnished if you hadn't gotten the evidence. Uh-huh. A weak. Alright, so now we should be getting into some serious meat here. Oh, no, we're on K-Hacks. That's right, I forgot about K-Hacks. So, once again, we're cleaning up something that doesn't have much to do with the deep mysteries of the game. These events are all pretty trivial. The only thing that's interesting about this one is that the default of Akiko is strange, because it's not the default that has the most evidence. I'm not even sure we can blame Akiko. It seems pretty tenuous. But, of course, the guilty party is Yuri. We have that on extremely good authority. But look at this. Crimson Acid has a tremendous amount of evidence against her. The problem is that all of that evidence is wrong. It's like just inconsequential garbage. It would be interesting to blame Crimson Acid for it and see what happens, but I think that we'll just double kill Yuri Knight. Maybe Crimson Acid did kill him and I'm wrong, but I don't think so. I think Yuri actually admits it.
Show me your truth.
Yeah, he's going to admit it. So we'll just go through the various pieces of the puzzle.
You don't know me.
Show me your truth. Show me your truth.
Got it.
Worthless.
Shutting down the boats is one of my duties. There's nothing out of the ordinary. Who cares about the boats?
Show me your truth.
I will.
Craft is its own
So here, Yuri Knight is admitting to it. I got the key from the second seal for her. K-Hex was an unfortunate casualty. This is the ravings of someone deceived by a god that's been caught out. We'll get to you later. And you got it by force? It wasn't supposed to be like that. I offered him a council seat and hoped he'd turn. We fought and I smashed him with a tool he had lying around.
What business is it pathetic?
What? The court finds Yuri guilty.
So now we get to shoot him twice. Woohoo. Do I want to push into the main meat of things? Let's go ahead and just go and end it now. And we will get into the main meat of things in the next episode.